The family don't think about him every single day.
Still hard to believe that he's gone.
It is.
You know, how many of you saw This Is It? You saw the film This Is It. Have you seen the film? You didn't. Yeah, will you ever see the film?
I don't know if I can. Even when you were showing the clip, I had to turn away.
Really?
Backstage. Yeah, it's.
Well, those of us who saw that film, which I thought it was remarkable to see him in process, and I think a lot of his fans are grateful that you at least have that, so you get to see him in process of the work. But he did look awfully thin, and appeared to not to be the Michael that we had known or seen in years past. Were you and the family aware that there was a problem?
At that very time, I hadn't seen. Well, no, the last time I saw Mike was maybe a month before. I was giving my parents a surprise party.
And
so we were all there. We were all there.
And was he unusually thin then?
He was thin. We knew that he had a problem. We all did. And I think a lot of people think that we were in denial, which we weren't at all. And there was, we tried intervention several times.
Yeah, I heard you say that to Robin Roberts. I watched the Robin Roberts interview. I heard you say that you all had tried interventions, like full-blown, I've been in interventions before for friends, like where everybody is in the room, and he walks into the room, and everybody states what they feel. And how did he receive that?
He was very much in denial.
In denial about it?
Yes.
He didn't think he had a problem?
No.
At all? Were you all worried that something like this could happen?
Of course. I mean, that's why we did what we did. That's why we tried it several times. And he was very much so in denial.
And when was the last time, do you recall, that you all had done an intervention?
I don't remember. I remember the last one, though I wasn't able to attend, but everyone else was there.
And can you share a bit of what you all would say? Because, I was at an intervention once, and I tell you, it was remarkable, because it really is like being bombarded with love. You're in a room, you see somebody who's sinking, who's going down, and everybody just tries to pour out their heart and to really save them through love.
There was a moment where I had to actually walk away. I couldn't take it. I was just so overwhelmed. I was overcome with emotion. And I actually had to walk out of the room. So it was just too much for me to handle.
With what people were saying?
With what they were saying, and just seeing him and knowing that there was an issue, and how much so he was in denial. And you have to understand, too, that a lot of the relationships that I've been in, they've had issues with addiction. So I know something about it. So it's difficult when you see it.
When you see it.
Yeah, and you recognize it for myself so quickly, because I've dealt with it before. Past relationships.
Well, some reports say Michael was severely depressed also before he died. Do you think that is true? Because we can't tell, because he's the consummate performer, so when he's on stage, that is when he is most himself, as we know him to be. Do you think he was depressed?
I think you have to be. There's a part of you that has to be in order to do that, to let yourself go to that place, to get that down, to need something to, numb the pain, of course.
Well, certainly if you're not sleeping after a while, we all know. You know how you feel when you haven't slept in a couple of days? So in February, Los Angeles prosecutors charged Dr. Conrad Murray with involuntary manslaughter, as we've all heard, in the death of Michael Jackson. They say that he administered a lethal dose of propofol, which is a powerful operating room anesthetic, which actually killed Michael. Dr. Murray has pled not guilty to those charges and has returned to practice, as a matter of fact, in Las Vegas. So, do you blame Dr. Murray for your brother's death?
Yes, I do. He is the one that was administering the drug, as from what I do know. So, I do.
How are his children?
They're well.
They're well. What is so interesting is that he, for all those years, protected them and tried to keep them out of the view of the public. And now, every time they walk down the street, they try to go to the store or get an ice cream. Paparazzi is everywhere with them. How are they handling that?
They're okay. All my nieces and nephews are okay. It's difficult. Their father passed, but they're dealing with it. And thank God they have their family around them. other cousins. Some of them really same age, very close in age. So they're dealing with it well.
Do you know, are they being raised, Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they being raised?
No, they used to go to the Kingdom Hall from time to time. Michael would have them, yes.
Yeah, because I wonder, because in the Jehovah's Witness religion, you don't celebrate birthdays or holidays, right? So I wondered how you felt, if they're being raised Jehovah's Witnesses, Michael would feel about that.
No, they had birthdays.
They had
They
birthdays.
celebrate Christmas, yes.
Yeah,
Even though he would, I guess it was a foundation, really, having some sort of foundation for them. So they have birthdays.
They get to celebrate birthdays.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. We'll be back. More with Miss Janet Jackson in a moment. Coming up, when did you start to lose him as a brother? Do you remember the last thing you said to him or the last thing he said to you?
And Tyler Perry is here.